Good morning to you and welcome to Wednesday's edition of Best Fit. Halfway through the week where we get our zen with some yoga. Will it be a sweaty session? Will you need to take a shower after? And will your kit survive for tomorrow's workout? I ask this as a survey reveals that 73% of us don't shower straight after and 18% don't shower at all. 31% of us will use the same gym kit up to 4 times before washing it. I've got a top tip for washing your kit coming up in part 2. It's about that time then for our Wednesday visit to Alex Legouix. Hi Alex.
Hi Faris, how are you?
I'm doing great, thanks, and you?
Good, thank you.
Very good. Today then we're getting very good at this. It's the 4th week of Alex's yoga and we've got finding balance, yeah?
That's exactly right. I've got 3 really nice balances to teach you. And then I'll link them together into a nice flow in section 2.
Great. And for us non-yoga buddies, what's the benefit of these balance moves you're going to teach us?
The benefit generally of balances in yoga is that it calms your mind so much that, and obviously you're focusing so much on not falling over that you can't really think of anything else. So it's a very good mind calmer, as well as really working into the core and into the legs.
I did find that myself when I did the yoga first time with yourself. I'm that focused on getting the move right and not falling that you don't have time to think about anything. Your mind's clear, so it's great, isn't it, for that?
That is exactly right.
Great stuff. Well, let's go and do some balancing and we'll chat to you afterwards, yeah?
Yep. Thank you very much, Faris. Hi everybody, I'm Alexandra Legouix of Kanasana Yoga and Fitness. I really hope you're well in this crazy lockdown period. So I kicked off my best fit adventure with 2 weeks of beginner, and then last week I did more of an energy flow. So I thought this week we'd look at finding your balance. So we're going to start on our mat. Just come to the center. It's no problem at all because we're just going to start with a warm-up. So bring your hands together into your chest. Soften the knees. Take a nice big inhale and lift your arms up to the sky. Come back up to standing. Draw the palms together and exhale back down in front of your chest. Again, nice deep inhale. Soften the knees a little bit more. Exhale down. Keep this flowing, bending a little deeper, starting to wake up the knees, wake up the thighs. Inhaling, reach the arms up and open, squeeze the core in tight. Get the body waking up. Good morning, world. Exhale. Inhale, nice and deep. Really opening a little wider at the top now. Not a back bend, but an opening of the chest, just warming up those shoulders. All right, so make your way down onto all fours, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and just draw your bottom back towards your heels, coming into Balasana, but we're not staying here for very long. Just taking a nice stretch, feeling it across the spine. Now I want you to switch on your core and unravel your body, vertebrae by vertebrae. Keep the body traveling forward and then just allow the hips to sink down slightly. So we're just taking a gentle back bend, open and lift the chest. And then exhale, draw your bottom back towards your heels again. Again, ripple through forwards. We're unraveling the spine, warming up, lubricating all of the vertebrae and the discs. Squeeze the core in tight, squeeze the butt, especially as you come forward, start to activate the glutes here. And that will protect your lower back as you just ask it to open slightly. Good, one more like this. Keep breathing, nice deep breaths down into the belly. Relaxing the mouth, the jaw. So now this time, tuck the toes under and lift your bottom back to your downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Shavasana. Again, as I always say, don't feel any obligation to have your legs straight. You can walk it out, so you bend and straighten one leg at a time. That really helps to start warming up down the back of the legs, stretching into those muscles, the calf muscles, hamstrings. Relax the head and neck, so maybe even give it a shake. So we're aiming to get a nice flat back in your downward dog, not straight legs.
All right, bring the knees back down to the floor again and exhale back to your Balasana. Inhale forwards. Tuck the toes under, back to your downward dog. Again, knees come down, ripple your body, draw your bottom back to Balasana. Again. Inhale, make sure those fingers are stretched nice and wide. If you think about your toes and your fingers, the more surface area they take up, the better your balance is going to be. So you can continue doing this a couple of times, but if you want to take it a little bit further, then follow me by unraveling the spine, coming into a high plank position. Squeeze your tummy tight, push the floor away, lower the knees down, back to your Balasana. Ripple forwards, tuck the toes under, either come via plank or come straight back to your downward dog. Through forwards to plank position. Maybe give it a go, maybe do it with your knees down and just do a sort of a half plank. Good, one more like this. Tuck the toes under, make your way to downward dog, and then walk your feet towards your hands, coming into a gentle forward fold. Soften the knees, relax the head and neck down. Again, maybe give it a shake, and then take hold of your elbows and just rock your body from side to side. And then slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, squeeze the core in tight, coming all the way up to standing. Lift your shoulders up, back and down. Take a moment, would have increased your heart rate. It's always a good thing. All right, transfer your weight onto your right leg. I will mirror you from here. Transfer your weight onto your right leg. So, draw your left leg through and forwards, bending into the knee, hands onto the hips. Dandiyamana Janusirasana, which is basically standing head to knee. We're not going to go quite that far. This is just the bent knee out in front. Remember to find your focus spot. I'm wobbling a little bit because I'm all over. I'm sort of obviously looking a little bit at you and a little bit around the room. So find your focus spot, slow everything down, drop your shoulders, trying to keep the hips nice and square, lift the knee a little higher, toes are up towards the ceiling. And release that leg down, transfer the weight over to the other side, find your focus spot once again, tummy in tight, keep the hips nice and square, straighten that standing leg, but have a slight, or keep it soft basically. Lift that leg out in front of you, standing head to knee. So you'll feel this quite quickly, working into the hips and the thighs, and this is sort of step one of this position. You can stay like this forever. As in, you never have to progress onto any of the other steps. There's no obligation to in this position because it sort of starts to get a little tricky quite quickly and starts to put a lot of pressure onto the spine. Relax that foot down. So now, in section 2, after the break, we're going to start putting these together. But I'm just going to show you. So we did touch on it last week. This is Warrior 3. We're coming into it from a slightly different angle. So come back into your standing head to knee position. The knee comes out in front of you. Now I want you to slowly draw the leg back. And as you draw the leg back, kick the heel behind you. Doesn't have to come up high. And draw the body forwards. Keep reaching out of the crown of the head. Toes are facing towards the ground. Really open the chest, try and pull the rib cage in, kick that foot out behind you. Coming into Warrior 3. Grabbing hold of a wall if you need to, and draw that back down again. All right, shake it out. Let's try it on the other side. Like I say, in section 2, we're going to start putting them together a little bit more. All right, so transferring the weight, tuck the tailbone in, squeeze the rib cage in, and then draw that leg out in front of you. Keep everything tight and connected as you slowly, she says, she has to use the wall to help her, slowly kick that leg back behind you. Keep reaching the head forward, keep pulling the shoulders back from the ears, squeeze the core in tight, kick that leg out behind you, and release it back down. Nicely done, shake the body out. So we're going to be adding those two together, and then from kicking back from our Warrior 3, we're then going to go into Warrior 2.
Then we're adding on even more. So now I want you to place your left leg forward, right leg behind, reach your left arm down to the ground. By all means, put your other hand onto the floor, but your left hand is coming in front of the left foot. And then notice how if you transfer the weight all the way onto that left leg, you should be able to start lifting that right leg up. No obligation to go any further than this. And in fact, some of you will probably have your leg bent if there's not enough stretch down the hamstring. If you can, open that top shoulder, so lifting that right arm, squeeze the core in tight, kick the right leg away and up towards the sky, opening that shoulder as much as possible. This is half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Works very quickly, it's stretching into this standing leg, it's working into the core, lengthening the spine. Release that right leg down. Soften the knees. I'm going to swivel just for ease sake so that you don't have to look at my butt. Right leg forward then, right hand down, lift the left leg up to the sky, and maybe starting to open the left arm up to the sky as well. Think of really opening that top shoulder, feel lightness in the upper body, kick the heel away, and relax it back down again. So that will probably have worked up a little bit of a sweat. So take a breather, grab yourself a drink, and we'll be back after the break, and we'll put it all together.